I have seen many aspirants, they are shying away from practicing ethics, writing case studies on ethics. So my questions are two. First, how you dealt with part A of the ethics, which is dealing with the questions related to emotional intelligence, attitude related questions, role of civil services in democracy and ethics in them, and case study. What was your approach to write the case studies, like stakeholder approach or whatever approach? Please share your strategy on that.
See, firstly, I think that there is undue fear regarding ethics in the public. Ethics is very interesting paper, and it has made technical due to, I think I will say that whatever goes on in the market has made it technical, because me and my friends who have got good marks in ethics, we have not prepared it very technically, or we did not go into too much technical details. But my approach for solving first 13 questions, that 10 markers, वो ऐसा है कि every year there will be repeated questions. The theme of the question will be same. They will just change the question, but you have to write the same answer. So in all the papers of mains, it is the same. Like you can prepare it beforehand. Like for ethics also, I prepared it beforehand. Like if you talked about emotional intelligence, so I prepared it beforehand. Like emotional intelligence का question आएगा, तो फिर what should I write? मेरे पास पहले से ready था कि I'll write these introductions, I'll write this conclusion, I'll mention Swami Vivekananda, I'll mention these particular examples. So everything was ready with me. So what I worked on, कि how to realign my content with what they are asking, because everybody will have 2 pages notes of emotional intelligence, and those notes will be similar of all the people. Just 19-20 का फर्क रहेगा, 10-20%. But the difference is how you present them and how you write them according to the question, what question is expecting from your side. So realigning is very important, realigning of your content. Like you must learn, or you must practice to change the language of your content according to the demand of the question, because content same ही रहेगा सबका, सब same books follow करते हैं, सब same notes निकालते हैं, उतना ज्यादा फर्क नहीं होता है. तो फिर वो एक अप्रोच था. और सेकेंडली ये था कि we know that the questions are repeated. Emotional intelligence questions, every year there will be a question. Probity in governance, there will be a question. RTI, there will be a question. Integrity, there will be a question. 3 courts, there will be a question. So value based question there will be. And more important thing I worked on, like if a question is on attitude, or if the question is on integrity, we tend to write only about integrity. But syllabus mentions that role of family, social institutions, and educational institutions in inculcating values. So integrity is one of the value, courage is one of the value. So whenever question is asked on integrity, courage, probity, these are the values. So we should mention this syllabus point, like how we can inculcate these values, because this is a value, and syllabus topic directly tells that role of family, social institution, and education. So whenever a question is on courage, we just tend to write about courage, examples of courage, conclusion. But nowhere we mention role of family, role of educational institution, role of society. So I worked on interlinking the syllabus point with the question, so that my answer was holistic. So this was my approach for part 1.
Part 1. Okay.
And regarding
okay. Yes, part 2.
Yes. Regarding part 2, see, the coaching, all the coachings in the market, they have given a very rigid framework that you have to write stakeholders, you have to write ethical dilemmas, and then you have to continue. But due to this ethical framework, what has happened, that people are not focusing on the demand of the question, like what this question is asking. Even if there are no many stakeholders involved, or the examiner is not interested in knowing the stakeholders, then also if you write stakeholders, then that is not useful. So your all the 6 case study answers should seem different, and they should not be monotonous, that in all the questions you are writing stakeholder, in all the questions you are ethical dilemma. So it is like you have already prepared those case studies. Yes, we have to prepare beforehand, but see, case study in the ethics syllabus itself, they tell that the paper will try to check our problem solving abilities and attitude. So they are focusing more on these values, like how you solve problem at that particular moment. So don't let them feel that you have prepared these case studies beforehand. there should be some spontaneity in your answering case studies, and that makes your answer different, because everybody if writes same answer, they will know that you have already prepared this answer and you have just writing down whatever you have mugged up. But from case studies, they are trying to check how do you respond at that particular moment, how do you behave at that particular moment, what will be your spontaneous reaction, what are your values. So we have to focus more on these things, and 3-4 lines paragraph should be there in every case study regarding the peripheral values or peripheral things which you should address. Like if the question is about, if the case study is about corruption, then one paragraph there should be regarding the degrading moral standards of the society, how our inculcating of the values, nurturing of the values is important, how society is being more towards materialism and not towards ethical values. So इसके बारे में एक पैराग्राफ हमें मेंशन करना चाहिए as per the relevance of the question. तो फिर उससे एक होगा कि you are not only solving that case study, but you are also focusing on a larger good, like how these cases will not arise in future. So we have to focus on that aspects also.
Yes, I think once again picking up your line, that not going into the conventional approach, try to realign yourself as
Yes.
per the, and then your spontaneous reactions.